We've just launched the Intraday solver in soon. It is a first release and we'll be pushing some more updates in the coming weeks. But you will find it here in the Intraday view. You see a new button here that opens up the Intraday solver. And here you see your activities listed. So this is whatever you do in your team. It's just an example. Everything that you have created and that you usually use to schedule your day will be here. So what you can do here is, first of all, you can choose which activities you want to include. So if you don't want a few of them, you can just turn them off. You can give a priority. So this means this is more important for me to do first, or to make sure that those constraints are really taken care of in the first place. So for instance, if phone support is really important for you, then prioritize that over the others. But now where the real magic begins is with the constraints. So if you just click on one of these, then you will see the constraints that we can use. User groups just filters out who of your team can be scheduled onto these activities. And the time window is hopefully pretty straightforward. You can just choose when it should start. So this can be an absolute time, which means, for instance, if I want something to start only after 9 o'clock, then I will set this to 9 o'clock, and end time similar. You can also use a relative time. So that means only start after so much time into the shift. So for instance, if you have a second shift and you want things to start only an hour after people have started their shift, then that's how that works. You can use the stuffing requirements, which you can set separately, or based on the forecast, if you use the soon forecast, which is super nice. The total time required, so that means how many hours per day of this certain activity, and you can also define that per user. So if you want everyone to do something for at least 1 or 2 hours, but maybe also at a maximum, you can set that here. Occurrences means how many times this activity should happen throughout the day, and the consecutive assignments will let you define that the activity should take at least so much time and not be in really small chunks or really long stretches of time. So for instance, you might not want something to last only 15 minutes, but you also don't want it to last more than 4 hours, then you can set that here. And the concurrency is how many users in your team should be doing this activity at the same time. So for instance, if you have a break and you don't want everyone to break at the same time, then you could say, okay, only 50% of my team or 25% of my team, to make sure that people are not all on break at the same time. So that's a quick overview of the activities. Now that you think, well, that's a lot of work to set up. Yes, it takes a little bit to get it all figured out, but afterwards you can just save your configurations. So if you're happy, then you can just save it, and once you select it, it will be there. So if we just select one of the things we have and then we hit solve, then here you go, and you have a schedule. As you can see, it only took 1 click, and you can let us know what you think of it. You can go over it. If you don't like it, you just go back and you hit solve again. You can still make changes if you see something that you don't like. That's all perfectly fine. And please, if you are not happy, let us know, because we really will read every single point of feedback to make this even better for you. Thank you very much, and happy scheduling as always.